Hi everyone. Today's video is a little bit different because I am going to make a full meal, hopefully including dessert. Those of you who know, I have a roommate named Haley and she's awesome, and she is finishing her master's degree, and this weekend she is going to finish her thesis, hopefully. So I am making dinner tonight to send her off in, you know, epic style, hopefully. I hope she likes it. So the first thing I'm gonna make today is the dessert because it has to sit in the freezer, obviously. And I am going to make orange creamsicle popsicles. So the first thing you're gonna need is like 3 spoonfuls of white sugar. The original recipe called for 3 tablespoons, but you're gonna have oranges and orange juice. 3 tablespoons is too much sugar. So you're gonna peel 2 mandarin oranges. Look at this. The best thing I ever got from being a Tupperware wrap is this little orange peeler. They're the best. This is Sauce Neon, I think that's how you say it. I love them. Okay, now we've got our oranges and our sugar in the blender. We are going to add 1/2 cup orange juice. Into that, we are going to add a full cup of heavy whipping cream and a teaspoon of vanilla. We want this to be a pretty thick consistency. We've got our little popsicle molds. Look how cute these are. Okay, we're gonna pop our little handles on there. And into the freezer these go for 4 to 6 hours. So the next thing we're gonna prep and make is some coleslaw. I am making pulled pork sandwiches, and I think that the best thing on a pulled pork sandwich is coleslaw, but this is gonna be a no mayo coleslaw. I just think it's fresher. So the first thing you have to do with coleslaw that most people skip is you need to kind of macerate the cabbage. It has a lot of water in it. So if you just put the dressing on it and let it sit, it ends up being really watery. So we're gonna live with it. So we're going to put our coleslaw in a strainer and we're going to salt it. And we've got the strainer over a bowl. We're going to let it sit salted for like 20 minutes. And while we're doing that, we're gonna go ahead and put together the dressing. Just gonna dress it with a little apple cider vinegar also. So while we are waiting for the coleslaw to drain a little, we're going to prep our green beans. I'm gonna make green beans because my mom picked a few little green beans out of her garden and I feel the need to use them. So I bought some green beans to fill out. So I'm going to put them on a cookie sheet that I have put some aluminum foil on. We are going to take some grapeseed oil, just like 2 or 3 tablespoons, and some soy sauce, just like maybe 1.5 tablespoons, and some pepper. Lots of pepper. Whisk that together. And we're gonna pour that on the green beans. I'm telling you, these are the best roasted green beans. Soy sauce and green beans are a great combination. I'm just gonna mix those up. And then these are going in a 350-degree oven for about 20 minutes. Let's go ahead and make our coleslaw dressing. So we're gonna start with about 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Ooh, I gotta get more of this olive oil. I'm running out. And then we're gonna do about 1/3 of a cup, and I'm gonna use rice vinegar because most of our meal tonight is sort of Asian flavored, so we're going to stick with that and go with the rice vinegar. It's pretty much this whole jug. Okay, we're gonna put a teaspoon of celery salt. And then we're going to put a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. Yeah, more than that. There we go. That ought to be good. Let's add a little pepper. I'm going to add just a little splash of maple syrup. We have let our cabbage sit and drain a little bit for about 1/2 an hour. In the meantime, I made my dressing and I put 1 medium shallot that I chopped up, 1/2 a pink lady apple, some green onion and some cilantro in our bowl. We're gonna add our cabbage to that. Then we're gonna put our dressing on it, mix it all up, cover it, let it sit in the fridge for at least an hour. I have the pulled pork sandwiches, I have the green beans, and the last thing I'm gonna make for our dinner is corn on the cob. They were 5 for $1. I mean, how do you pass that up? You just can't. I was not going to fire up my barbecue, which I would normally do for corn on the cob. I'm just gonna boil it. So my method for boiling corn on the cob is to submerge all of the ears in water, bring them to a boil, cover it, turn it off, and let it sit for 5 minutes. Well, you know, we're not ready to eat dinner yet, but I did want to just end this video by tasting this beautiful coleslaw. Let's give that a try. Adding just a little bit of apple really brings out the sweetness of the cabbage and the onion. I love that. And next, these absolutely perfect green beans. So I set my oven to 350. I roasted them for 10 minutes. Then I sort of moved them around on the cookie sheet, and then I roasted them for 10 more minutes. And here's how they look. They are so good. And the other thing I made was this perfect corn on the cob. I submerged the ears in salty water, brought it to a boil, covered it, turned it off, and let them sit in the hot water for 5 minutes. That's all you need. Let's give that a try. Oh, so good. That is perfect sweet summer corn. Ooh. I can't wait to slather some butter on that. Okay, everybody. I hope you're eating well this week. Have a good night.